haters swear it's the makeup that makes me look so young. I swear it's the makeup, but it's not. Watch this. Told you it wasn't the makeup.
Right.
All right, ladies, help me out. So this guy seems damn near perfect, but we haven't had that conversation yet of what we're looking for. Well, maybe we should just ask him what his intentions are. I know I say this a lot, but I really think he's the one. Oh, he said he's not interested in playing any games, and he's looking to settle down and get married. Wait, no. Why are you gagging? I thought we liked him. Don't you want to get married? It was more of a dream. Now it's reality. I don't think I want it. Yeah, the thought of being with one dick for the rest of our life, it just, we don't even know if it's good or not, so I back up. Fuck, I can't tell if we like him or not now. I'm a little confused. Is this not what we've been looking for? Can we find the kid who used to leave us on red?
You know what it never was? That serious. It was never that serious.
Are you kidding me? So what does this mean? Does this mean I literally just bought Ratatouille for nothing?
You gonna behave?
If you were a man and you were today's day and age and you had a high net worth and you had a bunch of assets and resources and you knew that women were more whores than ever before, not feminine, not submissive, not probably going to listen to you, more masculine, going to put their career over you, they can go ahead and take you to court at any time, you lose your kids, lose half your money, etc. Would you want to stay Peter Pan, or would you actually want to commit to these women?
Well, I think you're talking about a certain group of women, and I think even though that might represent perhaps the majority, there is a minority of women who are going to be, to your point, more in their feminine energy, more submissive, more naturally.
Is it worth the risk?
Material.
Are you going to risk your money for that minority then? Everything you worked for?
I think if you have already exercised a lot of your options and you find someone who checks enough of your boxes and you want to start a family with them, then it might be worth it.
You want to know what's so funny to me is that all of these men are like, oh, I have so many options. Oh, I have a roster. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. Really, Jared, you literally are going to take a girl out every night of the week and even on the weekends, which I'm sure is a little bit more, and drop $120 like you did on me? Really? You want to be flexing like that? By all means. Have fun filing bankruptcy at the end of this month. Me, on the other hand, if I really wanted to, if any woman really wanted to, we could go out for dinner and drinks every night of the week. On the weekends, and maybe even some weekdays, go to brunch, go to an art museum, go to a concert, go do whatever at the expense of a man. Now, I'm not saying use men for money, but if women really wanted to, and some of us do, we could do that. So who really has the options? Because it's not y'all. And I know financially, y'all really don't have it like that. So I need men to understand where y'all really lie at in all of this and start acting right.
She said the quiet part out loud. Actually, a couple of quiet parts. That most females like her only date the top 10% men who can date a different female every day of the week if they wanted. And she, like most modern women, take advantage of traditional dating courtship to get free relationship benefits. You heard it from her own mouth trying to dunk on Chad and Tyrone, that she can sucker a bunch of blue-pilled guys to provide her with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And these females wonder why men aren't dating anymore or barely putting in any effort. Because they date in bad faith, knowing full well they're not attracted to the guys that wine and dine them, and then brag about it on the internet. This only really speaks to the type of men she deals with and who she is with, because I don't know any man talking like that. Exactly. Only the males who have options because they were blessed with great genetics. So of course they can be D-bags because the thoughts will line up to get piped down by them. Who's going to tell her that when a man says he has options, he isn't talking about dinner plans? 100%. Even now when she's still young, there are more females who will commit to these Chads and Tyrones than males who will commit to her. She'll be on social media in 10 years wondering why she's alone and sad, then she'll start adopting cats. She has player PTSD, so every relationship after, she's going to take out her anger on the great guys. And you can easily avoid this if she trauma dumps to you about her toxic ex or the men that did her wrong. If you hear that, you're a hair trigger away from getting her feminist rage.
All right, I'm Alexandra Harbushka. This is my husband, Bill.
Hi.
Okay, I have herpes.
Cheers.
Here's my wine. Well, it's down there. I have herpes, Bill doesn't. And I have genital herpes and oral herpes. And I get asked all the time, wait, your husband doesn't have it? Does he get tested? How do you keep him from getting it? Like 5 million questions about it.
You never have sex.
herpes. That was a Pinocchio. His nose is going to be like this long. So, Bill, what did you first think when I told you I had herpes?
I was honestly, the thing that I first thought was, how is that going to impact me? Does it hurt? Am I going to die young? What's going to happen? I want a long life and I want to enjoy it.
Have sex?
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
Have sex.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to answer his questions, it doesn't impact your life, your longevity. It's just an annoying blister. So
it's kind of like a...
Hell no, to the no, no, no.
She didn't give him her best, and now he gets her worst. Most likely, she retired early, living with him because he does look 15 to 20 years older, and he married her, which means she'll get half of his assets if she decides to leave him on another HOE phase. Bill's going to let it slide since he's got a girl that's 25 years younger. What's a few sores? Stand corrected. He's 25 years older than her. There are plenty of women 20 years younger than Bill who don't have STDs looking for an older gent. This is just another example of men who don't know their value. Obviously, a female commenter said, "A lot of people have herpes and don't even realize it. Maybe the people she hangs around with. I don't know anyone who has it." Someone asks what we're all thinking. Genuine question here. How do y'all avoid the transfer to him? Someone replied, "You don't have to have an outbreak to give herpes to your partner?" Another person responded to that. "Not true. You can transfer it even if you don't have an outbreak. It depends how long you've had it and so on." Men aren't looking at Bill as a winner, but a dumb simp. He looks like a male feminist who could be talked into allowing his wife to have a boyfriend.
The only relationships that will last long term successfully are as followed. When the man loves the woman way more than the woman loves the man, or when the man and women love each other equally. And the common denominator here is that the man has to be fully fucking invested. The thing is, that lopsided relationship where the woman loves the man more is going to fail because she is putting in overtime. A woman will always put in effort in the relationship to make it work, whereas man has to feel fully invested in the relationship in order to make the changes necessary, in order to communicate effectively, in order to put work into the relationship. If you're a woman watching this and you are stuck on that crusty, dusty ass man, this is your sign to take your energy back. Put it back into yourself, put it back into someone who is going to treat you like the fucking queen that you are.
Ah, yes. Single women taking relationship advice from other single women. And what could go wrong? That's like asking a fish how to catch it. Majority of these females haven't even seen a successful relationship in their life, yet alone been in one. So when the thought claimed that a successful relationship can only happen if a man invests more into it, it's the very reason why men have gone MGTOW. Men did put forth the most effort and cared the most, only to be treated like an option. So in truth, if a woman isn't fighting for the relationship and continuing to qualify herself to the man, she's not going to value it and will look for better men. Because she has to see the man as the best, highest value man she qualifies to be in a relationship in. Otherwise, she'll treat him like a placeholder till she can monkey branch to the next man of higher perceived value. A lot of these women think going through these relationships are like working their way up the corporate ladder, as if there's a final level that the boss witch gets to live happily ever after. Nope. What do the commenters think? Top commenter with 13,000 likes says, absolutely true. By the way, she's single. A woman commenter actually tells the truth. My ex loved me more. I was content, but I was not happy. Finding a person that loves you as much as you love them is 1,000% better. She verifies what I just talked about. She thought she could do better when she said content, and despite having someone love her more, she was not happy. And she's still wrong. She won't be happy finding someone who loves her equally because she still won't have to earn that relationship. Biologically, women are motivated to move up socially and economically, not laterally. Think of it this way. If you took a new job but it had the same pay, you wouldn't be satisfied or you wouldn't think you improved your life. You'd look at that job as a placeholder, not as a career. This is how women think about relationships. Right or wrong, this is hypergamy. She must move up to feel satisfied. A response to that comment, same here, and I feel bad because I never loved him, like real love. He was cute sometimes and for sure an awesome boyfriend, but not for me. Straight from the horse's mouth. He was an awesome boyfriend, yet he wasn't for her. Another response to that comment. Or did you guys end up dating? If you never even really loved him or liked him, did you lie to begin with? When men stop trying and giving benefits of dating away for free, then these modern women will complain that men don't want to date anymore. Commenter with red pill awareness says, "What single women say." Another female commenter verifies the red pill with 11,000 likes. "My ex definitely loved me more. I was miserable." As Kevin Samuel said, "You can't make this shit up." Only virgin traditional women, and maybe a body count less than 3, can be loved and romanced, because they can pair bond. Otherwise, you're gambling your future.
I got myself a Big Mac meal and a large Coke. I do not fuck with Diet Coke. I'm like, you had me at diet. Like, had me, like, at diet. I do not fuck with Diet Coke. I like Coke. The soda. It's right here. Love it. Love McDonald's. And then we have our iconic Big Mac. I honestly don't think there's anything more iconic than a Big Mac. Like, holy fuck. I used to like when I was good when I was little, you know, I was behaving, being a good little girl, like I always am. I'm such a good girl. I was a bad girl. Like, no. People told me I sound like JoJo Siwa a lot, so was that good? But I love, when I was good, my mom would be like, "Good job, you get a Big Mac." I'd be like, "Yes!" And now I like to chase my Big Mac with my strawberry coconut cult. If there was a Big Mac cult, I'd be in it. In another life, I was a Big Mac. Bye.
Yes, she has skinny jeans and looks decent now, but just wait till she hits the wall on a diet of McDonald's. She will pull a fat grenade. Most modern women don't realize that they can eat anything when they're younger because their genes are trying to attract a mate. This is something you have to take note. She might be skinny now, but with a bad diet after 30, she'll be the Michelin man, especially after a couple of kids. Males only put up with her because she's skinny now, because her voice and attitude are total mood killers. You cannot relax with a broad like that talking to you with that nagging vibe.
I don't do two-part videos, so I'm going to try and get this in 3 minutes, and it needs a lot more than 3 minutes. But let me tell you a fucking story here, okay? I'm a repo guy. I don't hide it. I just see a scenario that I've seen time and time again, not necessarily in Ontario where I live, but in Alberta. And a particular file I was working. He was working oil and gas. This boy's made a lot of fucking money at one point in time. This guy was making in excess of $140,000 a year. The economy goes for shit. Oil and gas goes through the toilet. Buddy loses his job. Company shuts down. Does what he's got to do. Takes a job at $60,000. Well, that shit ain't good enough for the rig pig that he hooked up with. 2 kids. She buggers off. Goes to court. I want child support. Your Honor, last year he made $140,000. That is what his child support is based on. He can't afford that. Nobody can. Because he went from $140,000 to $60,000. He's doing the best he can. He loves his kid. So, he's got some decisions to make. Make his truck payment, his insurance payment, his house payment, whatever other payments he's got to make. First one he stops is his insurance payment. Driving with no insurance. Risk it. The second thing, he loses his place to live. Now the guy's living in his truck. Yep, I am going to get a lot of hate for this, but it is my job and it is what I do. Now he's behind on his truck payments. All his toys are gone. This woman's gone. She's got the kids. And he's got this financial obligation that he can't pay. Child maintenance now seizes his driver's license. Now he can't drive. Can't work because he can't drive. Can't drive because he's got no insurance. And he's got no license. Then he loses his truck. Now, I kept in contact with this guy because he was a really decent guy. A couple of weeks after I lost contact with him, I found out he killed himself. Because he couldn't survive. He couldn't survive financially. He couldn't survive mentally. Now, the economy, yep, shit happens. But he went and got a job, making less money. He could have gone to court and got his child support reduced. He couldn't afford to go. He's dead. Gone. Now, you want to know how child support can ruin a man's life? Think about that story before you post.
Just remember, 30 seconds of fun in the feminist West can lead to a lifetime of hell, which is so bad you'd want to delete yourself to end your misery of being a child support slave for 18 years, along with getting divorce robbed. Men, if you find yourself in a situation where you had to pay child support and it's going to be a real financial burden and you don't get 50-50 parenting at the very least, just walk away and save the documents. And when the kid or kids turn 18, give them the documents that show them the truth, that you wanted to be in their life but it was financially impossible. That would be the best revenge on the deadbeat single mother because the kids are going to hate her from then on. A comment says it all. If a woman can't afford a child, she receives housing and food stamps. A guy can't afford it, he goes to jail. Funny how that works, and the guy is called a deadbeat. That's why a majority of single mothers who chose to be single should be called deadbeats. Why does the kid whose dad makes $100K a year cost more than the kid whose dad makes $40K? Because the state claims the kid who comes from a $100K household needs to maintain that lifestyle. In other words, the mother should maintain that lifestyle by not going out to lunch every day and getting Starbucks. And yes, the courts don't audit the deadbeat mothers to make sure they actually spend the money on the kids. I spent 30 grand trying to get custody from an abusive addict to save my kids and ended up paying her. Systems rigged, boys. The feminist courts don't care how competent the deadbeat single mother is, because then the state could raise the kids and make them into SJW drones. Another father commented, I have a court order to see my child. Mother refuses, but if I break a court order, look out. Men have no rights but a money man for useless mothers. These judges are usually hardcore feminists whose goal is to punish as many men as possible. And these modern women use their kids as a pawn. That's why half of them aren't aborted. Don't have family in USA or Canada. Don't have a family in most Western countries. They're anti-family, and they're not even worth raising a stable family in. What's the point of raising a daughter in the feminist West when she has a high probability of turning into an HOE and a streetwalker by joining OF? So if you really want to have a family and kids, become a passport bro to a traditional country. Otherwise, go MGTOW.
As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.